Hello, and welcome to week 30, day 219 of Man vs. Violin. This is my 219th consecutive day of violin practice. Practiced violin every day for the last 219 days. Even though this last week I met with some technical difficulties. You'll notice my thumb is taped up with Coban. Why is that? Because the Coban is helping hold on my thumbnail. Last week, I was doing some kitchen repair, and I was tearing up a kitchen countertop with this hammer right here, this 5-pound hammer. And this 5-pound hammer came down on this thumb, and it was not very pleasant. It was quite painful, in fact. But even though it was painful and throbbing like a Looney Tunes character when they get hit with an anvil, I still practiced that day and the day after and the day after. Why? Because that's what Paganini would do. So, like I said, I'll probably lose the thumbnail, but at least I got the kitchen countertop all ready for the new kitchen countertop. So, I was looking for something to practice that was a little bit different from the Suzuki book. I've been working a lot through the Suzuki book, but I was looking for kind of a little bit different challenge. And I'll tell you what song I picked, but first, I have to let you in on a little secret. Come a little closer. So this is just between you and me. Don't tell anybody. But I am a really big Lawrence Welk fan. I have been a Lawrence Welk fan for quite a while. From the 70s, the 1970s in fact. From about 77, I've been a Lawrence Welk fan. I would be playing my Kiss records and my AC/DC records, but on Saturday night on PBS, I would be sitting in front of the TV watching the maestro, Lawrence Welk. And I still am a Lawrence Welk fan, and I'm not ashamed to admit it. So the other night I was watching Lawrence Welk, and they played a very beautiful rendition of Love Story, which is a beautiful song. And I thought, maybe let me try that one. That's a very nice song, and let me challenge myself with that one. So I looked on the internet, the repository of all things, and I found the music for Love Story. And so my banged up thumb, still hurting, but still able to bow the violin, and I practiced Love Story. So here it is, a very mediocre rendition of Love Story. that ending was pretty terrible. But that's as far as I've gotten through Love Story. And it's a really beautiful song. And this is the first time that I started experimenting with third position. So you'll notice that that pattern, the Love Story pattern, transitions very nicely to third position. It's the same index and middle finger, index finger on one string and the middle finger on the adjacent string. And that pattern can very easily be pulled down to third position, where you're still keeping the exact same finger pattern, the index finger on one string and the middle finger on the string below it. And the reason I say that way is because it's a movable pattern. It doesn't really matter what strings you're on. But using that in the third position has allowed me to start trying to hear the notes in the third position. So what I'm discovering about the third position is that the distance between a note and going up a half step is much shorter. And that's because when you're fingering a string, you're basically shortening the string. And so when you're in third position, you're really shortening the string. And that's the case when you move up into the third position. So, again, this is my first foray into the third position and working on Love Story. There's a couple of transitions in between that main part that I'm working on. But all in all, a fun song to play, and hopefully one that I can improve on, because it's one of the few songs that I play that my wife actually recognizes. So it's nice to play something and have somebody say, "Hey, I know that one." So that's it for today's episode. I'm going to put this hammer safely away because I don't need it anymore for kitchen repair. I think my thumb has been through enough, and I will continue practicing Love Story. So thank you for tuning in, and see you next time on Man vs. Violin.